In a stunning and brave move, Cleveland Indians have changed their name. Like the Washington Red football team, I'm so sorry, before them, and every high school of the last 20 some years. The Cleveland baseball team is changing its name to something much more acceptable and much more diverse. It is time to blow the smoke of clarity onto the news events of the day. So let's see what this article has to say. As always, if you like this news service, Blowing Smoke News, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And this is from the Babylon Bee. Remember, we only use 100% certified, NewsGuard certified, yellow rated sites. You can't get better than yellow rated. Go to NewsGuard, look at their rating system, and you will discover that these are the epitome, the best sources you could ever have. There's no refuting what we talk about here on Blowing Smoke News because we only get it from the best sources. Now, let's move on. So Cleveland Indians changed name to Cleveland Genderless. Can't even say it. It's such a momentous occasion. Chokes you up inside a little bit. Cleveland Indians changed name to Cleveland Genderless Sports Players with no discernible racial features or specific ethnic background. Wow. I feel represented. Oh, I love the world that we live in now and how we're moving forward. But let's see how we got to this point. As I get my own notes here. Cleveland, Ohio, due to the mounting pressure from a growing consensus of 12 people on Twitter and their sock puppet accounts, don't forget those. It's not just 12, it's about 100 or 200 sock puppet accounts of all the same person logging in with different usernames saying, yeah, I agree with that. Oh, you're a naughty person. So it's a pretty big group of people. Kind of like all the people who voted for the Democrats this year. It was 12 people and all the sock puppets. And the New York Times, so that makes it probably 14 people. The Cleveland Indians have finally chosen to change the team's name and get rid of the highly offensive, I can't even say this, I might get banned, mascot. After testing several new names with focus groups like the Cleveland baseball team, which, I mean, why wouldn't they have copied Washington? It just makes sense. The Washington football team, that is. The owners finally settled on the highly non-offensive title, Cleveland Genderless Sports Players with no discernible racial features or specific ethnic background. Ooh, and to be clear, the focus group, according to my notes, the focus groups were all white women with pink or blue hair because, of course, they know best. Don't you dare mansplain to them. After listening to the earnest pleas of a few recent college grads who sat through a Native American history course once, we realized something had to change, said owner Paul Dolan. Once we make this change, we expect the lives of Indigenous people to improve exponentially. The Trail of Tears is over. It is over. On top of that, I got news here saying that Andrew Jackson will have his presidency vacated. It is no longer Trump 45, Biden 46. It is now Trump 44, Biden 45. So all those little go away 45, you can keep them up. But it no longer means Trump. In addition to the name change, the Cleveland Indians will also replace Chief I can't say with a generic genderless, racially ambiguous gray face with purple hair. That way everybody can feel either included or excluded based on your desire. Are you represented? Of course you are. Are you not represented if you don't want to be? Of course you're not. Activists are continuing to push the organization to do more to right the wrongs brought about by decades of racial insensitivity. In response, the team will offer free season tickets to anyone named Wahoo. Additionally, breaking after this article, they've also stated that next season, white season ticket holders will be removed from their homes, given a plot of land, and only allowed to listen to the games from outside the stadium. Now, my question is, have we gone far enough? When are the Yankees going to change their name? Or what about the Twins? How can the Twins keep that horribly offensive name? It doesn't include conjoined twins, does it? Does it include triplets? Octomom? What about the standard, normal, single child? No. These teams need to change their names. The Brewers, what are they representing, alcoholics now? This has to end. The Giants, nobody's a giant, and if somebody is a giant, that's offensive. Making a mockery out of somebody who's taller than normal. This has to end. It cannot end with Cleveland or with Washington. And Atlanta, you better be listening. You're next. Kansas City, you're next. It's a brave day, though. The trail of tears is over. And that is what is important. Blowing Smoke News.